Sophisticated evening suits and tuxedos are played down street feelings, both with and without shirts.
I was very inspired by New York, I must say. I mean, for me, it's more easy, like, looking to the street and get inspired than quoting magazine. For me, the collection was kind of simple, cool, and I think multicultural and multisexual.
What did you do with color?
I think it's very important, like, if you start to do simple things, because for me, for instance, I don't like over-designed style, because I don't want to look like a fashion victim. So I think if you go simple, you need sometimes colors. So, but I like to make a combination between color and black, because it's like the color of the southern wall and the shadow next to it. So, and I like also the white and the black always the most.
White because of the season?
Yeah, because that's very summer, you know, and I was, inspired also by this big heat here in New York, and thought, you know, everything has to be loose and lightweight, for instance.
The suit jackets have 3 or 4 buttons.
3 buttons. I did also one suit which is a little bit shorter, cropped, and yeah, 3 buttons, 4 button suits. Very unconstructed, very easy to be worn. But I like the suit often better than a combination because it makes you look taller and slimmer.
Those add a different dynamic to your suit.
Yeah, a little bit larger belt also. So, I mean, it's all about these kind of accessories which are making a suit a little bit different looking than before. It's all about accessories in a way. It's not about so much about big fashion and big consuming. It's about little details which makes men's fashion different from before.
Are knits important for spring?
Yeah, I like to do knitwear. I like to design knitwear. So my knitwear looks a little bit like from the 40s or 30s. So like these real kind of sweaters, what you need after tennis playing and so. I mean, I like sweaters because it's very comfortable to wear. It's all cotton.
You love denim, leather, and little bathing shorts.
Denim is very important. I like to wear denim myself. So my denim looks like really worker stuff. So, I mean, for me, it's like artist worker clothing. Because, I mean, I'm not a cowboy, and yes, I like leather, because I think it's very sexy and erotic. I did only these bathing pants, like from the 30s or 40s, which I like to combine with kind of leather, white and black leather. So, I mean, that looks like almost, I mean, today you see in the street so many of these biker pants, so this is inspired me to do this kind of old swimwear pants.
Now the evening look.
I mean, a tuxedo, I think it's important, like if you go out at night. So, I mean, my kind of idea was not wearing anything underneath. So, I mean, everyone looks so good today. Everyone's sport and stuff. They don't need a shirt.
That's Wolfgang Joop with his spring menswear collection. Now, a modern New York apartment decorated with a unique charm. There are many magic places in Manhattan. One of them is overlooking the reservoir in Central Park. Its amazing views can make an apartment on Fifth Avenue seem as if it's a home in the country. It was one such apartment that New York interior designer Noel Jeffrey happily agreed to redecorate. Another attraction was a sophisticated but eclectic art collection, which ranges from Oriental antiques to a contemporary Botero painting.
We wanted to work around their existing possessions, which also included some Art Deco sculpture, a beautiful Art Deco chandelier.
For the elevator landing, Jeffrey creates the illusion of entering a country estate.
We put in a new door in beautiful mahogany, a panel door. So you almost have the feeling when you come into that little vestibule country feel.
A large Louise Nevelson sculpture dominates the foyer. The walls are neutral to enhance its strength.
So you're able to put the Louise Nevelson sculpture on the wall,
That's very strong.
which is very strong against the English Regency table, against the Art Deco chandelier. So you have a lot of different periods working together, but they seem to work very nicely together.
Jeffrey designed the 2 sofas in the living room. He put them in a leaf pattern in a mix of whites and beiges.
It's really all a background for the view and the possessions that they have. They're beautiful Oriental antiques and objects. There's some fabulous ivories around.
Across from the windows that overlook the park is a Louis XV fireplace and Venetian mirror.
They found this one in London. I think it's one of the most unusual Venetian mirrors I've ever seen. There's a lot of black glass on it, which is you don't often see. Usually they're clear or sometimes they're blue glass.
A large Frankenthaler painting hangs on the wall between the living room and dining room.
It's a very big painting on a very small wall, so it sort of takes up the whole space. And it gives the room sort of another direction. So it sort of anchors the room on the other side of the room from the view.
The Botero dominates the dining room.
Yes, well, it forms a nice focal point when you're in the living room. When you're in the living room and you look towards the Botero, it sort of draws you in. It's a very large image, and it sort of pulls you into the dining room. The table is actually new. It was made here in the United States. It's a copy of a table from the Brighton Pavilion. The chairs are Russian in style, but they're new.
Jeffrey added a table for two by the dining room window so his clients can share private dinners.
The main table seats 10 people, and when they have dinner alone at night, there's this incredible view. They actually use every night their beautiful silver and crystal and china. So dinner here is almost more like an event than just having dinner for the two of them.
Deep colors, luxurious fabrics, and rich furnishings help create a warm feeling in the library.
They have a very important mirror that was designed by Bugatti in the early part of the 20th century. However, the room really has a Biedermeier feeling to the cabinet work that we designed. There's a beautiful desk in that room, which is really an Art Deco desk. That is new. But around it, we did French Empire furniture, and what's so interesting is that these different periods work so well together.
The bedroom is the palest thing in the house.
Because I think that they should be soft, they should be feminine, it should be pleasant to wake up in the morning and have a light and bright room.
Jeffrey uses floral touches to add to the light-hearted feeling of the room.
There's some Chinese vases in that room made into lamps, which have flowers all over them as well. The antique linens, by the way, are incredible. The bed has fabulous antique linens that we reworked to fit onto this bed.
Jeffrey converted a small bedroom into a dressing room.
The interesting thing in that room is there's a marble surface in the middle of the room, like a marble built-in, and on that you can pack, you can lay out your clothes.
What gives you the most pleasure from completing the apartment?
I think every room works nicely. I think there's a nice balance and surprise as you go from one place to another.
That's interior designer Noel Jeffrey. Still to come, spring and summer bridal outfits from New York's Vera Wang. Wang makes some of the most luxurious wedding dresses in the world. And this season she adds to their sophistication with color, asymmetrical cutting, and lace. Meet Vera Wang and see her bridal silhouette when we continue.
It's a popular theory that opposites attract.
I better call her phone. Do you mind if I use your cab?
There's a cab in the office.
And who better to prove it
You're Albert Einstein.
I hope so.
Jiving.
than him?
Put the two right people together and watch them fall in love.
Meg Ryan, Tim Robbins, Walter Matthau.
Uncle Albert.
IQ.
I'm serious to prove.
Rated PG. Starts Christmas Day at theaters everywhere.
Hey, doing a little Christmas shopping? Isn't it just a pit? Look here, bruises. Caught a couple of bony elbows at the cash register. There's no value. Nothing lasts. Try to find a nice gift for $25, huh? $50. And the service? Well, he's got the disposition of Scrooge. It just squeezes the holiday spirit right out of you. Have you ever been to Neiman Marcus? No.
Neiman Marcus, the best gifts at any price.
There are two secrets to getting a great value on a new truck. One is to ask a lot of questions. The other is knowing where to go to get the answers you like. Like how to get a special lease offer on the new Chevy Blazer, Motor Trend's truck of the year. It's called Making Your Money Count, and it's at your Chevy dealer now. Now this is a secret I shouldn't keep to myself. Make your money count. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Wilson's incredible under $20 leather gift sale. You see, money really is no object. Wilson's, the leather expert. Call 1-800-3-LEATHER for the store nearest you.
Zale sells more diamonds than any jeweler in the country. We also sell lots of diamond earrings, like these half-carat studs, only $4.99. Good things really do come in small packages. Zale, the diamond earring store.
Chic and sophisticated yet simple. That's New York designer Vera Wang's philosophy for bridal wear for spring and summer. Wang has been designing wedding dresses for 4 years now. This season she does beaded bodices and geometrically cut silhouettes. And she accents them with delicate laces, soft flowers, and color.
White is always the most popular for young brides. However, we always like to incorporate a lot of color, or touches of color on white dresses, which I think makes them more interesting and more original. We have a dress that's white, satin bodice with a big white tulle skirt that we showed here on the runway with lavender flowers and a big lavender Duchess satin bow. Another dress is a white organdy dress with pale green taffeta trim and huge green taffeta bow that becomes a train going down the back.
You used a lot of transparency for dress.
Yes. I love to use transparency not only for bridal but for evening wear as well, because it creates a kind of sensuousness without being really naked, and that's particularly important for brides. And for spring, summer, I always like to pick fabrics that are lighter, airier, that I feel are more romantic perhaps than winter.
The lines are very simple and chic to dress.
Yes, they are, and most of the backs have an extraordinary amount of geometric detail with cross straps or very engineered backs. And I really love the fact that a bride can look extremely simple, yet she can look extremely architectural at the same time. These are not slip dresses, necessarily.
A lot of work goes into it.
A lot of work goes into a lot of draping, a lot of design, because actually brides today are becoming far more savvy, and they don't necessarily want just a traditional lace bodice with a big skirt. So we've been layering fabrics, and one of the really new fabrics we used this year was crepe on top, which is a very soft fabric. And I think the crepe on top makes the bride feel very sensuous and modern.
How about accessories?
This year I've done some very, very sheer veils because I had so much detail on the back of my dresses that I really thought they were lost if you had this huge shroud hanging down.
That's Vera Wang and her spring bridal collection. That's Style for this week. Please stay tuned for all the news as CNN Weekend continues. Next week I'll be back with some of the best in fall fashion for 1994.